The Amish are known as a unique subculture that primarily resides in the United States.
In today's fast-moving world, people often find joy in technology, fashion, social media, and all sorts of entertainment. For many of us, these things are not only normal, but also very special, shaping the way we live and interact with others. But have you ever thought about people who live without all of this? The Amish are one of those unique communities. They are mostly found in the United States, especially in states like Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Indiana. For centuries, they have lived by their own set of rules, following traditions that focus on simplicity, humility, family, and community. What may feel like an important or exciting part of daily life for us might not mean much to them at all. In fact, many things that are celebrated in modern society are carefully avoided by the Amish. This is not because they don't know about them, but because they believe such things can weaken their values and way of life. Their main goal is to live peacefully and stay true to their faith without being influenced by modern culture. This makes their lifestyle very different from ours, and also very interesting to learn about. In this article, we will explore 15 surprising things that may seem special to you, but are not considered special by the Amish. For most people today, modern technology is the center of life. Smartphones, computers, cars, and the internet make our daily routines easier and more connected. However, for the Amish, these very things are seen as distractions that can pull people away from faith, family, and community. Instead of viewing technology as progress, they see it as a challenge to their values. For example, the Amish believe that using smartphones or computers encourages individualism and pride, which are against their teachings of humility. Social media is especially avoided, as they feel it can cause jealousy, division, and unnecessary comparisons. Even cars, which seem like a basic need in modern times, are not widely accepted in Amish communities. They prefer horse-drawn buggies, which slow down life and encourage togetherness. This rejection is not simply about being different, it is about making sure technology does not weaken the strong personal relationships they value. Amish people want to spend time with family, share conversations face-to-face, and enjoy meaningful connections without digital interruptions. For them, the absence of modern technology allows them to live a more peaceful and spiritually focused life. Electricity is something most of us cannot imagine living without. From lighting up our homes to powering machines, it makes life easier and faster. But for the Amish, public electricity is avoided. They believe that it brings unnecessary outside influence into their homes and can disturb their way of life. Instead of connecting to the power grid, Amish families often rely on alternatives like gas lamps, propane, wood stoves, or even solar panels in some cases. This choice helps them remain independent and less dependent on the modern world. The lack of electricity also keeps their homes quiet and free from constant noise like televisions, radios, or buzzing appliances. For the Amish, this calm environment creates space for prayer, family time, and meaningful conversations. It also prevents them from being tempted by entertainment that does not align with their values. In this way, avoiding electricity is not just about rejecting comfort, but about protecting their community and spiritual balance. The simplicity it brings helps them focus more on the things they find truly important: faith, work, and family unity. Television has become one of the most common ways people spend their free time, offering entertainment, news, and stories from all over the world. But in Amish culture, television is not welcome. They see it as a harmful influence that can fill their minds with values and ideas against their beliefs. For example, TV often promotes materialism, fame, and pride, while Amish culture teaches modesty and humility. They also believe that too much screen time can weaken family bonds and reduce real-life social interactions. Instead of gathering in front of a TV, Amish families spend their evenings together, sharing meals, reading religious texts, or simply talking about their day. This strengthens their relationships and keeps their communities close. By avoiding television, they also protect themselves from inappropriate or worldly content that might influence the younger generation. While many of us feel lost without our favorite shows or sports events, the Amish see life, without TV, as more peaceful and meaningful. In today's world, social media plays a big role in how people connect and share their lives. Platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are places where people post pictures, share updates, and express opinions. For many, social media feels exciting and important. However, for the Amish, social media is seen as a danger to their values. They believe it encourages pride, vanity, and self-promotion, which go against their teaching of humility and simplicity. Posting personal details online could also bring unnecessary attention or division, which is not healthy for a community built on equality and unity. Instead of sending quick messages online, the Amish prefer face-to-face conversations, phone calls, or handwritten letters. These methods take more effort, but are seen as more meaningful and personal. By avoiding social media, the Amish keep their lives private, free from outside influences, and focused on strong real-life connections. In a way, they remind us that while technology allows fast communication, nothing truly replaces sitting with someone, talking, and building a real bond. For many people, fashion is a way to express personality, status, or creativity. New styles appear every season, and people spend money to keep up with them. But, in Amish communities, fashion trends hold no importance. Their clothing is simple, modest, and designed to reflect their values rather than personal style. Amish men usually wear plain trousers, shirts, suspenders, and broad-brimmed hats. Women wear long dresses, aprons, and head coverings, often in solid dark colors without decorations or patterns. These clothes are handmade or sewn within the community, which avoids the need for branded or fashionable outfits. By dressing in a uniform and modest way, Amish people prevent pride, jealousy, or competition based on looks. Their clothing also acts as a daily reminder of humility and equality. Unlike in mainstream culture, where clothing is often linked to wealth or status, Amish dress shows that everyone is equal in the eyes of God. This rejection of fashion also saves them from materialism, allowing them to focus on family, work, and faith instead of chasing styles that constantly change. Weddings in modern society are often seen as one of the grandest celebrations of life. Many couples spend months planning venues, decorations, music, and expensive meals. For the Amish, weddings are very different. They are simple, modest, and focused on faith rather than luxury. An Amish wedding usually takes place in a family home or a local barn, attended by relatives, friends, and neighbors. Instead of glamorous dresses or tuxedos, the bride and groom wear plain clothing that reflects humility. The ceremony itself is deeply spiritual, focusing on vows and commitment, rather than celebration. Afterward, guests share a simple meal together, often prepared by the community. There are no fancy decorations, photographers, or entertainment. Instead, the wedding highlights unity, family, and faith. What makes Amish weddings special is not the outward beauty, but the strong sense of togetherness and support from the community. It's a reminder that love and marriage are not about wealth or status, but about building a life of faith, hard work, and mutual respect. In most of the world, cars are more than just vehicles. They represent freedom, independence, and success. People often dream of owning their first car, and many spend money on luxury vehicles. For the Amish, cars symbolize too much individualism and pride, so they avoid them. Instead, they rely on horse-drawn buggies for travel. The buggy is not only a practical way to get around, but also a symbol of their commitment to simple living. While cars encourage fast-paced travel and sometimes isolation, buggies move slowly, encouraging patience and community interaction. They also prevent the separation that cars can create between rich and poor, since everyone uses the same form of transportation. For the Amish, transportation is not about showing off, but about staying connected. Choosing buggies over cars also reduces unnecessary spending and keeps their lifestyle humble. Although some Amish may ride in cars if necessary, they generally avoid owning them. This choice reflects their belief that true happiness is not found in speed or luxury, but in living simply and staying close to family and community. Education is highly valued in modern society, with many people believing that success depends on college degrees and professional careers. But for the Amish, higher education is not seen as necessary. Most Amish children attend school only until the 8th grade. After that, they begin learning practical skills at home, such as farming, carpentry, or sewing, which prepare them for adult life. The Amish believe that advanced education can lead to pride, individualism, and careers that pull people away from the community. Instead, they prefer practical knowledge that supports family and community needs. For example, boys often learn farming or woodworking, while girls are taught cooking, sewing, and homemaking. This system ensures that young people grow up prepared for the life they will live, rather than chasing careers outside their values. While outsiders may see this as limiting, the Amish view it as freedom from unnecessary stress and competition. By avoiding higher education, they preserve their traditions and encourage the younger generation to remain part of their community. Modern farming is usually done on a large scale, with tractors, chemical fertilizers, and advanced machinery. While it increases production, it often distances people from the land. The Amish, however, practice traditional farming. They use horse-drawn plows, hand tools, and natural methods to grow their crops. Their farms are usually smaller and focused on sustainability rather than profit. The Amish believe farming should be about hard work, faith, and providing for family and community. They see land as a gift from God that must be respected, not exploited. Commercial farming often emphasizes speed and efficiency, but the Amish value quality and natural growth. This slower method of farming requires cooperation among family and neighbors, strengthening bonds within the community. Their organic style also provides healthier food and keeps their lifestyle environmentally friendly. For the Amish, farming is more than work. It is a spiritual duty and a way of staying connected to nature and God. In many societies, couples openly show affection by holding hands, hugging, or kissing in public. While normal for most, such displays are seen as improper in Amish culture. The Amish believe love and affection should be private, not shown in ways that draw attention. Public displays are considered immodest and may be viewed as prideful or disrespectful. Instead, affection between couples is expressed quietly, often in private settings. This approach keeps relationships respectful and avoids unnecessary attention from others. It also reflects their values of humility and modesty, where the focus is on spiritual and family life rather than individual desires. Although this may seem strict to outsiders, it is part of their broader belief in keeping life simple and free of unnecessary distractions. For the Amish, true love is shown through commitment, care, and support in daily life, rather than through public gestures. For many modern families, birth control is a normal choice to plan or limit the number of children. The Amish, however, reject artificial birth control. They believe children are blessings from God, and limiting them is interfering with His plan. As a result, Amish families are often large, with 6 to 10 children being common. This not only strengthens the family unit, but also ensures there are enough hands to help on the farm and in the household. Children are seen as joy, responsibility, and a gift that keeps the community strong. By having many children, Amish families preserve their traditions and ensure future generations will continue their way of life. Although raising large families is not easy, the Amish see it as spiritually fulfilling and in line with their faith. For them, family growth is not about personal choice, but about trusting God's will. Entertainment like movies, concerts, and theaters are a big part of modern life. Many people see them as special experiences that bring excitement and joy. The Amish, however, avoid public entertainment. They believe such activities expose people to worldly values, distractions, and behaviors that conflict with their faith. Instead of going to theaters, the Amish prefer gatherings within their community, such as church events, family meals, or barn raisings. These activities strengthen relationships, and keep entertainment simple, modest, and family-focused. Games, singing, and